What's up, guys? I'm Aaron Radcliffe from nomadsnation.com. We're based in Ho Chi Minh City right now, and we're about to do a massive Standard Luggage carry-on backpack review. In this review, we're gonna show you everything you need to know about this backpack so you can know whether or not it's the pack perfect for your travels. Let's jump right into it. Come on. So let's talk about some important things, starting with the specs of the Standard Luggage carry-on backpack. First of all, the pack is a 35 liter, but it can expand to a 45 liter. 35 liter is gonna be awesome for anything that's like a weekend to a week-long trip, but a 45 liter, that's a big fucker. You can use a 45 liter for years on end, which is why when you have this bag, you get the best of both worlds. Now, for the price, Standard Luggage is more of like a budget type backpack company. So the carry-on is only $150 US. So if you're on a little bit of a budget, you'll really appreciate this because you do get a lot of bang for your buck in terms of functionality. Plus remember, you're getting a 35 liter backpack for $150 that can also like morph into a 45 liter. But just as important as the specs is the style of the pack. Style's super important, man. And when it comes to Standard Luggage, that's where I think it's really, really lacking. I think the Standard Luggage carry-on backpack does a phenomenal job with its functionality while being at a low price point. You always gotta sacrifice something, and with this backpack, I think you're kind of sacrificing style. Now, I'm not gonna say it's an unstylish backpack. I like the shape because it's actually kind of thinner. It's not too bloated, but at the end of the day, it's just kind of like a big, boxy looking backpack made with cheaper materials. Now, Standard Luggage tries to do a few things that I like. You know, like they try to do like these orange accents, which help give it a little bit of life, make it pop a little bit. It's not just like a normal black on black backpack. It's like, we're hip, we're cool. Austin Powers. But at the end of the day, these sort of like little orange flare things give the pack a little bit of life, but not in a way that looks like super stylish. So ultimately, think of the name, Standard Luggage, which by the way, is a name that I'm not crazy about. Like, why standard? It should be excellent luggage or stellar luggage or fantastic luggage, not like, oh, we're standard. But they're not standard backpack. I think the whole concept is that they wanted to take a luggage design and bring it to a backpack. That's why this thing like literally kind of looks like a suitcase, right? It looks like a suitcase that you would just pop onto your back. Because of that, suitcases that are on your back aren't really that sexy, aren't really that stylish. This backpack is about its functionality, not its style. First of all, I love Asia, because you can always just walk around with the beer, and that's amazing. Second of all, let's talk about the feel of the Standard Luggage carry-on backpack. First off, like, what is the comfort? What's the vibe? How's the fit? And the answer to all those questions is it's pretty good. It's definitely not the most comfortable backpack I've ever worn in my life. And the reason is the price point's at 150 bucks. You know, in comparison to some backpacks that are like 200, 250, 300 bucks. It's not gonna be as comfortable as that, but for the price point of $150, it's got a good fit to it and it's got a good comfort to it, which is impressive because it's got like a boxiness to it, you know? Like just like you're wearing a big old box on your bag, but they did a pretty good job of making it not feel like you're wearing a box and like you're wearing a backpack. But the feel of the pack is more than just its comfort. It's like, what do the materials feel like? And I'm about to tell you. So first off, let's talk about the exterior materials. Standard Luggage utilizes ballistic nylon. Now, ballistic nylon is very popular in the backpack world because it's affordable, it looks great, and it's durable. Ballistic nylon was a material that was actually invented by the Army, I think. So it's like, it's gonna last. But out of all the ballistic nylons I've tried, this is one of my least favorites. You see, all ballistic nylons are not made equal. Some ballistic nylons are from like a brand like Cordura are groundbreaking. They're amazing. But others though are a little bit cheaper, and this one's on the cheaper side. They're not terrible, they're just not as good as the competitors, case closed. But the feel is still nice. Ballistic nylon has like a scaly bumpiness to it while also still having a smoothness. It feels nice to touch. I love this material. Also for the feel, it's important to talk about the zippers and the interior materials. I love the zippers on this backpack. There's no water waterproof lining, which you lose obviously waterproofness, and you also lose the sleek aesthetic of that. But what you gain is just like the smoothest zipper experience ever. I mean, like, look at how effortless this is. You know, you could do it with just one, oh my God. You can't do that with a lot of backpacks, man. And as for the interior materials, similar to the exterior materials, they feel good, just not great, but they're good. Okay, so let's chat about the front of the backpack. Now, the front of any backpack is supposed to accomplish two things. It's gotta look good, and it's gotta give you quick access to your stuff. Now, like I said, when it comes to the style of this pack, it's okay, but I do love the front as just kind of like ballistic nylon. Right here, we have the logo of the backpack. This is super interesting. If you get in close, you'll see that it's actually on a Velcro patch. You can take the logo off, maybe put your own patch on there if you want, or you can switch it out with the blue colored flare, which I'll explain a little bit later in the video. Me, I put my Nickelback patch right there. Right, Boris? Nickelback. Aside from that though, there's not much to talk about but these two front pockets. Front pockets to me are always quick access pockets. We have one on the bottom and one on the top. This bottom one is gonna be a little bit deeper. It extends from here to here. This is a great spot for things like a tablet, or if you got notebooks, a reading book, anything like that. The pocket is easy to use, and just like all zippers on this backpack, the zips are so smooth. And then a little bit north, we have the top quick access pocket, which for me is best suited for your gear that you need really quickly, that's really important. So things like a passport, things like meds, a wallet, hand sanitizer, AirPods, so you can listen to Nickelback, right, Boris? But more or less, that's about it. The front is pretty minimalistic. You got these two pockets, the logo, ballistic nylon, and that's all she fucking wrote. Okay, so the sun's starting to set. Let's go check into the Airbnb, and there we'll open this pack up, get into the insides of it, and we'll talk about the middle, the back, and all that good shit. Let's do it. Okay. So let's look at the middle of the Standard Luggage carry-on backpack. And this is where we see it become not just the backpack, but the overall travel system. First off, top handle sucks. Sorry, not a big fan. What they do is they have a basic nylon strap, pop open, which actually I kind of like more. While I do like what it does aesthetically, at the end of the day, it's just not a comfortable solution. Look right here, the way that the handle like warps. You're trying to hold this thing and this little ledge is like going into your skin. You want two things out of a handle. You want comfort and you want quick grabability. Grabability, is that a word? It is now. You've got the grabability. Here, you have enough of an opening as to where the hand can just be like, what's up? But for comfort, miserable failure. And on the other side, we have another handle. I feel the same way about this handle that I do about this handle. Not a fan. On the flip side, we have the water bottle holder. Now, I have seen a lot of systems that are super similar to this. Basically, the concept is you zip down when you want your water bottle and you have a little elastic mesh panel there, which helps expand a little bit. This is a 532 milliliter water bottle, just so you can get some context. And you can see right there, it does really well. Like you can fit a pretty large water bottle in there. And then what's nice about it is that when you do not carry a water bottle, you just go ahead and zip this guy closed, and it's nice and subtle and tight. But here's the problem that I have with water bottle holders like this. When your water bottle is in, it's just not the most secure system. Like you're at the airport, you pop your bag down, and all of a sudden, bye-bye. Now, I know I'm a dramatic person, but that was not me being dramatic. That's just kind of what happens with these water bottle holders. I mean, obviously, if the backpack is standing upright at all times, it's gonna be fine. And because of the shape of this backpack, it does stand up by itself pretty well, which I'm a huge fan of. Stay. The other shitty part about the water bottle holder too is how it affects going into duffel mode. So let's take the water bottle out and let's flip this bad boy over, and boom, you can see on this side, we have the duffel strap. Now, I love this duffel strap. We have just basic nylon. It buckles right here on both sides with a basic nylon strap, but this little shoulder strap, man, is so awesome. It's like a water bed, man. Like, it's so comfortable to wear, and there's a stretchiness to it, and it's got like a softness to it, a little bit of like, it's just really nice. So going into duffel mode with this bag is great, and because it's kind of got a little bit of a thinner profile, that wearing it as a duffel doesn't feel as awkward as other backpacks do. But unfortunately, if you are rocking the water bottle at the same time as rocking the duffel, you're gonna be walking around like this. You're trying to put the bag down, and you're either putting it down directly on the duffel, or the struggle's real, man. Now, an easy solution is not to travel with a water bottle, but some people, myself included, always travel with water bottles. Hashtag save the environment, hashtag fuck plastic. And it's unfortunate because the duffel system of this bag is actually awesome to use. Possibly my favorite duffel like strap system out of any backpack that I've ever tried. Okay, but now let's jump into the main compartment so you can see how this thing works as a travel system. And here we have the main compartment of the bag. Let's start with this side. First thing is first is that we have this compartment here. Really interesting. You don't see a lot of pockets like this on this panel of a backpack, but you can put a lot of things in there. Maybe like put a travel towel in there. I also thought it could be a good area for like if you have a shirt that you don't want to get wrinkled, you can like fold it up all nicely and pop it in there. And then aside from that, we have two distinct pockets, one mesh and one non-mesh. On the top pocket, I have something to note. Now this comes included with the Standard Luggage carry-on backpack. Basically, this is the same flare as this, but in like a cool ocean blue color. If you want the blue, you can do that too. We have this pocket here as well. These things are good for like tech stuff. I got a little extra spare cash in there because it's a little concealed, but these pockets are great. Let's move on to the main compartment though, or the main like canyon, because this thing runs pretty deep. Now remember, it's at 35 liters. It can go deeper to 45 liters. And this is basically the gist of it. So these are the packing cubes that came with the travel system. This does not normally come with the pack, but they gave it to me with the entire travel system, and we'll kind of talk about the system in a sec. Comes with a rain cover. Okay, this is pretty cool. If you're in the middle of Thailand in monsoon season and you have a rain cover to keep all your nice and dry. And then we just got a few other things in here. I've got my wash pouch from Peak Design. I got my tech pouch from Air. I'll pop the links in the bottom. But now you can see, basically there's nothing in this main compartment. We have the compression straps, which I will admit I've been getting into more and more as I've been reviewing more and more backpacks. I used to talk about these compression straps, but they're actually kind of nice. So take a real look at the capacity difference now. Take this all the way around, and then boom, you now have an extra 5 liters of capacity. When you open up the bag, ends up adding more space to this part. The additional capacity is an awesome feature. It's one that a lot of backpacks utilize, but not everyone does it as smoothly as this. I think this system actually works pretty nice. It's debatable as to how much you'll actually notice the difference, but overall, the system works really nicely. So this is the Standard Luggage carry-on backpack, but when you combine these guys into the mix, it becomes the Standard Luggage travel system. Let's talk about these. We've got some packing cubes. Younger Aaron hated packing cubes. I was like, who the hell needs this shit? The bag is a cube. Older Aaron is becoming a little bit more OCD and really starting to fall in love with packing cubes though. And what's cool about these packing cubes is that they are designed to fit and work seamlessly with the backpack. So you can buy other packing cubes from other companies, but they're not gonna have quite the same fit, and they're not gonna do quite as much cool stuff. Let me show you. So these packing cubes are interesting. They're just top loaders, which is not my favorite for packing cubes. Let me show you what I mean. In contrast, these are packing cubes that I have from Pro Packing Cube, which are awesome. I'm in love with these guys, and they zip basically what, like 3/4 the width? I'll put a link to these below in the bottom as well. But these guys, on the other hand, just a top zip and that's it, a top loader. So you have compromised access. But there's a reason why they did that. If you zip these bad boys up, see right here, you've got this little panel, Velcro, unstrap it, right? You've got a little Velcro patch on the bottom of the other one. You connect, and then you say, oh my God, I have a portable closet system. But if you have a little bit of a travel system together and you use these cubes, and by the way, there's 3 cubes, I'm only utilizing 2 of them right now, you could really kind of create a cool little travel system. And to be honest, I think it's really cool, man. I like it. And if you want to be a part of the travel system, they're gonna run you $60, which is a little steep. But on the positive side, they're YKK zippers, and the quality is durable. They're really functional, as in they have this little mesh compartment so you can kind of see through and see what is where, but not the cheapest solution for packing cubes. That's for sure. Now, the other part of the travel system is this guy, a day pack, packing cube, day pack. Pretty innovative stuff here by Standard Luggage. And yet again, this is also designed to fit seamlessly in the carry-on backpack. This guy is cool, yet again, YKK zipper is made from high quality materials. Like, it feels great. In fact, the materials on this are almost better than the materials on this. You've got a single large pouch and then a tablet or laptop sleeve, which is closed and opened via a magnet. And on the bottom, you have a little compartment here, which is good for like snacks or great for a water bottle. On the negative side though, with this backpack, I will say, like, you know, it's basic. Like, the materials on the outside are nice, but like these straps are literally nylon straps. There's no padding. And also, like, the back panel, there's nothing. There's no ventilation, so your back's gonna get sweaty. There's no padding, so it's not gonna be super comfortable. Now, obviously, it's meant to be a compressible cube, so they ain't got time to put padding and ventilation and back panels on this. But if you travel light, you wanna pop a few things in there, and you like the way that there's kind of this whole ecosystem works together, then this travel system is pretty dope. You gotta pay for it. The backpack's $150 to $200. These are $60, and this is like $50 as well. So, you know, it's adding up to a lot. But if you're looking for like a one company solution where you can do a whole bunch of cool shit and all the products work really well together, then this is not a bad option considering the price. Woo! Let's go. Okay, let's wrap this up by talking about the back of the Standard Luggage carry-on backpack. First up, we got this little nylon hang strap, which I think is pointless. When do you ever like hang your backpack up? I don't need you. Let's move on to the shoulder straps, and they're not great. The reason being, they just have like a flimsiness to them. Like, you want your shoulder straps to be comfortable, and you want them to feel durable. You want to feel like your shoulder straps are ready to go to war with you. But yeah, these guys aren't going to war with you anytime soon because they're pretty weak sauce and they're pretty flimsy. They just don't feel like they're good quality, man. There is some ventilation, that's good, but overall, just like kind of a cheap feel to them. Moving a little further south, we've got the sternum strap. Good part, removable. Bad part, we've got the dangle problem here, guys. Excess dangle, just flapping around. We have a danger whistle. Lots of backpacks include this. Manal Carry-On has this. It's nice to have. You forget that it exists, but one day you might need the whistle. Maybe some hot ladies walking across the street and you're like, it's not a very effective strategy. Moving on south, now let's talk about the duffel system further engaged into duffel mode. So if you look down here, we can actually unclip the straps. Each one of them is connected to a buckle at the bottom, okay? These buckles are good buckles, easy to unbuckle. And then right here, we've got sort of a panel, okay? And you can go ahead and tuck your straps in there, and slowly you are in transition from backpack mode to duffel mode. Now, Standard Luggage is not the only backpack that utilizes this sort of system to go from backpack mode into duffel mode. Their product is not quite as high quality as like Air, who also does this. So it doesn't quite look as tight or as secure or just like as nice and flush, but it still works really well. And then what's cool is if you take these waist straps off, you can go ahead and tuck this buckle strap right in there, and then boom, you are full duffel mode. And the duffel mode, like I said, is pretty sweet. So it's really comfortable because of this awesome strap. And when you've got the shoulder straps stowed away, like, it's got a nice feel to it because of that thinner structure. But now that I've cleared the space, let's talk about this back padding. Is it comfortable? And it actually is pretty comfortable. As you can see here, there's like a lack of like security. It's kind of like a little flimsy. It doesn't always
fit great, but this is well padded, it's got a nice feel to it, and there's enough gaps in between the padding to provide an adequate amount of ventilation. And then also, if you bring luggage with you, you can go ahead and slip this onto luggage. Just go ahead and slide that right on. A quick note too, we also get free waist straps with the Standard Luggage carry-on, but they're not great. They're super teeny tiny. Like normally waist straps, you want to have a little bit of bulk to them, you know, because you want them to be on your waist. But dude, I got you. All that extra weight on your back, it's like, I will help bear the weight. But these guys don't really do much. They're not super comfortable. They're so little and teeny. And if you saw me try to take them off earlier, they are kind of a to get on or to get off. This is not the end of the world because I do like going into duffel mode so much with this backpack that I actually don't even end up wearing these guys. All right, last but not least, let us check out the tech compartment, which is okay. On the good side, yet again, these YKK zips, man, they are just delightful. And on also the good side, we've got some interesting innovation. Yet again, Standard Luggage tried to do something different. So here's the deal. You're at the airport. You're going through security. The security guard looks at you. Doesn't look like he slept a lot last night. And he's like, hey, take your laptop out. And you're like, no problem, bro. And you just do one of these. Boris just his pants. Like, what was that? What? So this is pretty cool. And this is one of the more unique features I've ever seen in a backpack. And it exists for that exact experience I just talked about. You just go ahead and slide this out and then just pass it through the conveyor. And then you're done. And you just say, oh, well, that was a piece of fucking cake. I'm just gonna go ahead and slide that back in. Hey, Mr. Security Guard, you have a great day. So that's on the pro side. The system works nice, man. I mean, it's pretty seamless. Like it pops in and pops out. And if you don't like it for some bizarre fucking reason, you can just take it out. But while I like the innovation of it, the actual material used on this kind of sucks. You know, you want your laptop to be two things. You want it to be quickly accessible, but you also want to be secure, man. Your laptop probably costs more than everything else in the bag. Like this section is more valuable than everything in this section. And like, look at this thing. Like what is going on here? And it just doesn't feel awesome. And I don't know, it doesn't feel great. And I want my laptop to feel great because that's what you deserve. Looking at a few other things in there, we also have two pockets, okay? Two mesh pockets, yet again, great zippers. This is great for like wires, phone chargers, laptop chargers. But here's the problem. So as you can see right here, the zippers are limited. You can't bring it all the way down. You're stopped at about halfway, and that's on both sides, okay? So because of that, you can only really open this guy kind of like this. So when the laptop is in there, and when the backpack is full, which it's not now, I took everything out, this becomes a really, really tight fit. So getting to this pocket is a piece of cake, but getting to this pocket, like when this bag is full, is virtually impossible. So just keep that in mind, like it's tight, and it's tighter when it's full. Woo! Okay guys, let's take the Standard Luggage carry-on backpack back to the co-working space. We're all gonna discuss the most important things, mostly the overall pros and cons, who this bag is for, and who the hell this bag is not for. Let's go. Overall pro number one is the price. At $150 US, this is definitely one of the more affordable, like new, cool backpack companies on the market. If you're looking for a 35, 40, 45 liter backpack, you can easily spend $200, $300 plus. So to be able to get your hands on one of these for 150 bucks, note, it's not gonna be as high of quality, but still, it's a decent backpack for a decent price. It's awesome. Pro number two is going to be the zippers. I really like what Standard Luggage did here. They didn't overcomplicate the zippers. They stuck with the best. They got YKK zippers. But they didn't do any like crazy thing with the lining. They just wanted an awesome, seamless zipper experience. And there's a lot of zippers on this bad boy. As you can see, they're all highlighted by orange. And they all just smooth, man. They're just a pleasure to open and close. And overall pro number three is going to be the seamless transition that you can get between backpack
to duffel. Like I said, you're gonna come into some problems and complications with this water bottle holder, but if you take that out of consideration, this is actually one of the cooler duffel experiences for a backpack I've ever seen. I think a lot of that has to do with the shape. It's not super bloated, it's not super bulky, and therefore, since it has this sort of square, boxy shape, when you use it as a duffel and you put it down, it stays in position, which is awesome. So, all the pros and all of the cons taken into consideration, we at Nomads Nation give the Standard Luggage Carry-On Backpack a 3.3 out of 5 review. The biggest selling point is its value. Aside from that, everything else is pretty good, but like I said, it's more of a budget option. Now let's discuss exactly who the Standard Luggage Carry-On Backpack is for and who it's not for. This backpack is perfect for you if you're looking for a big ass backpack, a 45-liter backpack that is in a moderate price range. Like I said, it's not the best backpack on the market by any stretch. But if you're on a little bit of a budget, totally understandable, this is a great option. This backpack is also for you if you're looking for a long-term travel backpack, but yet again, within a moderate budget. At 35 liters, with the ability to expand out to 45 liters, this guy can hold a ton of shit, which is great, because then if you're going out to, whether it's a week-long trip or you're traveling the world as a digital nomad for your first time for a year, this backpack has the capacity and overall intuitive design to be able to travel the world for as long as you need. But like I said, while this backpack is great for some people, it is not going to be recommended for everybody. Here is who this backpack ain't for. This backpack is not for you if you're looking for one of the better backpacks on the market. Like I said, Standard Luggage's really unique selling point, their USP, I think is their price point and the fact that they're not $200+. Getting this backpack for $150 with the ballistic nylon and the organization and everything is pretty awesome, but at the end of the day, this backpack cannot hold a candle to other backpacks made by companies like Peak Design, Nomadic, Boundary, Tortuga, the list goes on. I'm not talking any about you, Standard Luggage. I'm really impressed by what you bring to the table, but you have to understand, what this backpack is, and it's a little bit more of a budget option. Now, if you are looking to get one of those like best of the best backpacks, something from Tortuga, Nomadic, whatever it might be, check the links below. I'm constantly updating my recommendations and the links to make sure that you get the best options at the best price. Another person this backpack is not for is if you are looking for a day pack. It should go without saying, dog, this backpack is 35 liters that can expand to 45 liters, and that is way too big for a day pack. If you're looking for a day pack, check them links at the bottom. I got some killer day packs. And last but not least, this backpack is not for you if you're a digital nomad. Check it out, all my digi nomads out there. What's up? Let's have a little digi nomad chat. As a digital nomad, your tech gear, your laptop, your keyboard, all that stuff is the most important thing in the world to you. And if you are blessed enough to be able to work remotely and you can afford a better backpack, I would really recommend it. Reason being is, like I said, I don't think the entire tech kit, that laptop holder, was the most secure thing I've ever seen. And at the end of the day, when you gotta protect something as a digital nomad, it's you as number one and it's your boo as number two. If you can afford the extra 50, 75, $100, take a look at the links below. I've got recommendations for what I think are the best digital nomad backpacks on the freaking market. If you are still here, hi, what's up? This means that you either have some strange obsession with me or you really have a strange obsession with backpacks. Either way, click the subscribe button right now. You subscribing tells us we're doing a good job, and it means that you'll be notified anytime we do an awesome new backpack review, a digital nomad review, all that good stuff. And please, like I said, if you're gonna make any purchases, please use the links below. They are what keeps the lights on and the beer flowing. I'm out. I'll see you guys next time. Heineken. Great for a refreshing and delicious beverage. Okay. We're done. Almost spilled my Heineken. Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. And I will always love you.